What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and I think we may have just quite possibly witnessed the worst trade in human history. To put it in 90s babies terms, this is like trading a first edition holographic Charizard for a Diglett. To put it in baseball terms, this is like trading a rare one-of-a-kind Babe Ruth card for a stick of gum. To put it in basketball terms, this is like trading Michael Jordan in his prime for Lonzo Ball. Of course, I know some of you all may know what I'm talking about, but in case you don't, today, a trade deal was worked out between the U.S. and Russia. In exchange for Brittany Griner, the WNBA star, who I don't even know if we should call her a star, because I can guarantee you all that 99% of people watching this video don't know what position she plays. Hell, they don't even know what team she plays for. But today, America thought it was a good idea to do a prisoner swap with Russia, and we get back Brittany Griner, and we are giving them Viktor Bout, someone known as the Merchant of Death, someone known as the Lord of War. In fact, there's a movie out there made by Nicolas Cage, or he's starring in the movie, called Lord of War. Watch that movie. It's a great movie. And it's based loosely on Viktor Bout's life. So when you hear that, already, it should not sound right to you. Wait. We are giving you back one of the most dangerous people in history. This crazy arms dealer. We're freeing him to Russia in exchange for someone who got caught with a couple of vape cartridges. I mean, it's not adding up. You know, the math ain't mathing on this one. Obviously, there's something off here. Now, before I go any further, let me make myself clear. I didn't want Brittany Griner spending 10 years in that Russian prison. I don't think it was necessary for them to give her 10 years for vape cartridges. And at the end of the day, I'm glad that she's coming home. But Brittany Griner hates America. Let's just call it what it is. Brittany Griner says America is racist. Brittany Griner kneels for the national anthem. She doesn't like America, yet when she was put in this position over in Russia, oh, please, America, save me. America's no longer racist and bad. Please come get me out of this hellhole that I'm in Russia. And even though she shouldn't have gotten that much time for some vape cartridges, she still broke the law. I would never fly to Russia with anything that I know is illegal in my bag because I know there's going to be consequences. Yet Brittany Griner thought she would get away with this. And of course she didn't. And now the U.S. was put in a position where they had to trade a high-profile prisoner in exchange for someone who became famous for getting locked up in Russia. People weren't talking about Brittany Griner before she went to jail. And you have to understand that over there are American spies, people who have put their life on the line for our country. There are plenty of American prisoners over there who have done way more for this country than Brittany Griner ever will. Yet you don't see us making high-profile deals to get them out of jail. Yet we brokered this deal to get Brittany Griner out of jail. Now, I am not exaggerating when I say that some people literally claim that Viktor Bout is one of the most dangerous people on earth. I want you all to watch this. I can't play the whole clip, but just a quick little excerpt from 60 Minutes from 2010 when they talked about Viktor Bout. I'll be right back with my thoughts after this clip.
Viktor Bout, in my eyes, is one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
On the face of the earth.
Without a doubt.
So as you can see, folks, this isn't some normal dude. It's not like we're releasing a basketball player in exchange for a basketball player. We are exchanging a prisoner who is responsible for, I would assume, countless deaths all over the world. Selling guns all over the world. What was described as one of the most dangerous men, if not the most dangerous men on earth, has been traded for someone who plays basketball. But I want to give you all a quick little backstory of Viktor Bout. Viktor Bout was born January 13th, 1967. He is a Russian arms dealer, an entrepreneur, and a former Soviet military translator. He used his multiple companies to smuggle weapons since the collapse of the Soviet Union from Eastern Europe to Africa and the Middle East during the 1990s and early 2000s. Bout gained the nicknames the Merchant of Death and Sanctions Buster after Peter Hahn of the British Foreign Office read a report to the United Nations in 2003 on Bout's wide-reaching operations, extensive clientele, and willingness to bypass embargoes. In a U.S. sting operation, Bout was arrested on March 6, 2008 in Thailand on terrorism charges by the Royal Thai Police in cooperation with American authorities and Interpol. The U.S. ambassador to Thailand, Eric G. John, requested his extradition under the Extradition Act with Thailand, which was eventually mandated by the Thai High Court in August 2010. Bout was accused of intending to sell arms to a U.S. DEA informer pretending to represent the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia for use against U.S. forces in Colombia. But he denied the charges and he predicted an acquittal. On November 2nd, 2011, Bout was convicted by a jury in a Manhattan federal court of conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens and officials, delivery of anti-aircraft missiles, and providing aid to a terrorist organization, and was sentenced to the minimum of 25 years imprisonment because the crime was due to the sting operation. So folks, we literally have a guy who was selling anti-aircraft missiles to terrorist groups for them to use on U.S. citizens, soldiers, and officials. That's who we have on this end. Then on the other end, we have a basketball player. We literally just traded a holographic Charizard for this freaking Diglett that hates America. A Diglett that hates America will now make her way home, a free woman, as this guy who is responsible for Lord knows what, who's selling anti-aircraft missiles to different countries. He's freed. We're just going to let him run free. Go out there, sell more weapons, kill more people, be responsible for more deaths, and we'll make sure that Brittany Griner gets a nice free throw every now and then. So, the reality of the situation is this is not a good trade. And here in America, too many of us operate on our emotions instead of logic. Emotionally, a lot of people are going to be happy that Brittany Griner is coming home. And I understand that. Emotionally, even though I don't like Brittany Griner, even though I don't necessarily care about the situation the same way other people do, I'm happy she's coming home. I don't want her to rot over there in that prison. But, logically, this was a horrible, horrible idea. It makes America look even worse. America has become the laughingstock of the entire world. And this just shows how weak we are. We will trade whatever person we have in our prison. It could be anybody. They could be responsible for 1 million deaths, and we will trade them and free them in exchange for a WNBA player whom none of us can even bother to Google what team she plays for. So while it's nice that Brittany's free, and I hope she gets to reunite with her family, other people are going to be taken away from their families because we put the merchant of death back on the streets. And you know he's going to get right back to business. How many people will die because of the weapons he legally sells? Countless numbers of people. Who knows? We can't even put a cap on it. But all that matters is Brittany Griner is free. Worst trade ever. A Diglett for a Charizard. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Are you happy she's free? Do you understand why this is a bad idea? Do you understand that maybe trading a high-profile arms dealer that was described as the most dangerous man on this planet, maybe that's not a good trade when trading for someone who got caught with weed cartridges? The most dangerous man on this earth was freed in exchange for someone that was caught with a vape pen smoking weed. Think about that. The charges aren't even the same. Surely, if we had more competent leaders in this country, a better deal could have been made. Brittany Griner could have been freed. And maybe other people freed as well. Something, because this trade, it's really lopsided. And Putin and Russia, they're laughing their ass off at Biden right now after this trade has been made. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. And remember, never trade a holographic Charizard for a freaking Diglett.